Everybody King Sam here, and today I'm going to be making a logo review for one of the biggest companies in the world, and I'm talking about the one and only Meta. And I have to do it well because Facebook is always watching, and if I do a bad job, and guys, when we jump right into the video, remember subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. So let's jump right into the video. Going to open up After Effects. We're going to create a new composition, 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, and let's make it 6 seconds and click on OK. Now let's create a new solid. Now let's make it white but not totally, or somewhere around here. Click OK, and there you have this. Then we're going to lock it in. So that's what I'm going to do is we're just going to our File Explorer here, drag this and drop it inside our composition here. I'm going to make sure that this file is in my video description as always, so you can walk along with me. Make sure your import kind is on composition and putting dimension is on layer side, and you can just click on OK. Okay, now we can open our Meta layer here, select everything here, copy it, come back to our composition here, and we can just paste it here. So next we're going to do, we're just going to come to about 1 second here. On our logo layer, click P, then make a keyframe on your position here, then move this backward a little bit. Okay, now let's just come here and type in 960. Now let's just show you this for now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to come here to our pencil, make sure nothing is selected here, and let's just zoom in first. Make sure there's nothing selected in your field here, and for now our stroke is going to be the color of our logo here, and our stroke width for now is going to be 4. For this part, let's just make sure you follow the shape. Don't need it to be that perfect, but closer you can get it, the better. Now I can zoom out here and just try and make a spiral line around my logo. Okay, zoom out again. Now you're done with the spiral line. All you're going to do is you're just going to change the stroke to 89. I'll open up our shape layer here. First, let's rename it Spiral. Open up our content here. Open up shape. Then open up stroke. Now you're going to change the line cap here to projecting cap. And we're going to scroll down to taper here. Then our start length, we're going to change it to 44. And our end length, we're going to change it to 63. Now let's close it up first. Go to add trim parts. Then let's open up trim parts. Okay, so let's move somewhere around here. Then you keep on our start here. Come back to our beginning and change our start to 100. So you're going to move somewhere around here. Then you keep on our end. Go to 1 second here and reduce our end to 0. So now we have this effect. Okay, now next we're going to do is let's just zoom into our logo here. Then we're going to come to our pen tool again, and what we're going to do is we're going to trace the logo with our pen tool, starting from the place that we want the animation to start from. Make sure that your stroke is reduced back to something manageable like 4, and let's change our stroke color to something that will stand out. Let's use red. Okay, I'm just going to start from here and just follow along the path. Remember, the closer to the part you are, the better it is going to be for you. So something like this. Now let's increase it a little bit so you can cover it totally. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to add the trim part inside the shape here. Let's open it up. So what I'm going to do now, let's move it to somewhere that touches it properly. So somewhere around here, we're going to make a keyframe on our end property here and turn it down to 0, and move forward in time here somewhere around here and increase it back to 100. Okay, let's move this movement animation backward a little bit. Let's say somewhere around here. click F4 on your keyboard if you cannot see this track mark icon here. As you can see it, they just click it and turn it to our shape layer here. If you want, let's rename this to trim for the logo. All do now will come to around 1 second here, and let's bring our end animation here and move this forward a little bit to where it touches it, that is somewhere around here. Now what we can do for this now is we open up our trim logo layer here. Now we can open up our stroke here, change it to projecting cap. Now we can move down here, open up our keeper here too, okay, and now come to our start length here and change it to 70. Now we're just going to move down a little bit, let's see here, but to make a keyframe here, then move towards the end of our animation here, and we're just going to increase it back to 100. Okay, now if you see it, you can see that it's not actually filling in properly. What I can just do is click on U here to reveal all my keyframes, and let's just drag this out somewhere around here, and this is a whole lot better. Cool. At the beginning of our motion here, we can just Ctrl+Shift+D to cut it here, then trim our shape layer to this position around here, because after this we're not going to need it again. So on our logo 2 layer here, it's going to change it back to no matte. So this is what we have right now. So now let's add something extra to this motion here. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to move this down a little bit, somewhere around here, move forward here, and just drag this forward a little bit, somewhere around here. Okay, let's select everything here, click on F9 to release. Let's move this last one to around here, and let's move this to somewhere around here. Let's select everything, open up our graph editor here, and let's just edit it like this. This here, both is faster, and this like this, and let's view it. And that is so cool. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to animate my meta now. So I can just unsolo all my layers here, so I can see everything at once. So what I have now, my plan for this meta is that I want it to come from the bottom here and just jump up, spin around, and hit the landing like Simone Biles. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move back to the end of my animation here. Let's say somewhere around here. Yeah. And select everything and just move it back to that location. Now open up P, position keyframes, and let's just move down to around here, make a keyframe, move forward, and move it down a bunch somewhere around here, and it comes somewhere around here, and let's move it high in the sky. Now click Shift R to open up our rotation keyframes too. So here you're going to change our rotation here to -1. Okay, here we're going to change our rotation here to 0 back, and here we change it to 144, and here we're going to change it 0 and this to 1. What we're going to do, all the position keyframes here, we're just going to select them individually, and this one, we're going to move them backward a little bit, somewhere around here. Now here we are just going to move them down here, so we have this cool bounce animation. We're just going to select our position keyframes, and we're just going to animate the speed graph like this. So we are just going to make this speed graph for all our position keyframes. Okay, now let's just move this backwards around here and just select everything here and move it backward to somewhere around here. See it again? Next we're just going to do is we're just going to give the later space. So just move this back by around 2 frames. Same thing here. So what we have, yeah, you have this cool animation here. So next we're going to do, we're just going to draw a shape. So make sure nothing selected down here and just get a square and just draw it something like this. Now the actual color doesn't matter, you can use any color you want at all. So we'll just put it somewhere around here. Then next I'm going to do, we're just going to drag it down to above our metal layer here and we'll just call it matte. What we're going to do is select our whole metal layer here and change the track match to matte. Now let's move our matte layer higher a little bit. Let's say somewhere around here. And now let's work on our timing some more. So let's move this forward until when this is moving back, I want our A to start coming up exactly. So I can just come to our beginning here, move to our end here, recompose our layer called layer animation. And what we can do now is open up our scale effect here. Let's give this one like 110. Make a keyframe. Come down here and change our scale to 93. So now this is what we have. So there you have it, guys. How did I do? Let me know in my comment section. If there's anything you did not understand from the tutorial, drop a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you really soon. Remember to like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, because I will really appreciate it. And finally, till the next time, remember, improve every day, grow constantly and dream endlessly. See you in the next video. Bye guys.